Going to the second property, which is the atomic size. Quickly, first we'll discuss in theory. Here we are saying down a group, the atomic size is going to increase because the number of shells are going to increase, right? Let's see in the table. Period 1, the number of shell is 1. Period 2, the number of shells are 2, 2 comma 1. So 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 orbits. In the third one, 2 comma 8 comma 1, 3 shells. In the fourth one, 2 comma 8 comma 8 comma 1, 4 shells, right? So this has 1 shell, this has 4 shell. So obviously the size of the atom is going to increase when you are going down a group. Now moving across the periodic table, the number of shells are same. Okay, if you see here, 2 shells, 2, 2, 2, 2, all will have 2 shells. In period 3, all of them have 3 shells. This has 3 shells, this has 3, and this one also has 3. So across a period, the number of shells remain the same. That means this number of shell is going to play no role in the size of the atom across a period. So this nuclear pull is going to play a role over here. And because the nuclear pull is going to increase moving left to right, the size of the atom is going to decrease. The nuclear pull will be increasing because the number of protons are increasing. Here the number of protons are 11, here 12, here 13, and if you move across, here the number of electrons are 18. And before this I have told you, if the number of protons increase, the nuclear pull will also increase. If the nuclear pull increases, the last orbit will be pulled more closer towards the nucleus and the size of the atom is going to decrease. Moving on to the third property, metallic and non-metallic property of the elements. First we'll discuss the metallic property. Metallic property, down a group is going to increase because the size of the atom has become bigger. Just now we said shells become more, so the size becomes bigger, which means that the nuclear pull has become less. If the nuclear pull is less, it will be easy for the atom to lose electron. As a result, when you go down a group, the metallic property is going to increase. We say metals are electropositive because they lose electrons. So down a group, the metallic property is going to become more. Okay, which means that if you compare lithium and potassium, potassium will be more metallic compared to lithium. Same way, beryllium will be less and calcium will be having more metallic property. Okay, that's clear. Though the number of electrons are same, but because the size of calcium is bigger, this will easily lose electrons compared to beryllium. Moving across, the metallic property is going to decrease because the size of the atom has become small. Just now we discussed, as the nuclear pull has become more. Nuclear pull becomes more, size of the atom becomes less. So it becomes difficult for the atom to lose electrons, which means that if we are comparing lithium and if we are comparing boron, it's going to be difficult for boron to lose electrons as compared to lithium, right? So across, it's going to decrease. So much so that when we are moving from this side to that side of the periodic table, the metals lose their properties and we have non-metals towards this side or the left right side of the periodic table. Discussing the non-metallic properties now. The non-metallic property, down a group is going to decrease because the size of the atom has become big, which means that the nuclear pull has become less. If the nuclear pull becomes less, then accepting electrons or gaining electrons is going to become difficult. And this property of gaining electrons is known as electronegativity. This is electronegativity. Okay. Across a period, the non-metallic property is going to increase because the size of the atom has become small. So the nuclear pull is more and gaining of electrons is going to become easier. So if we compare here, if we are talking about oxygen and we are talking about sulfur, then sulfur will be having less non-metallic property compared to electron because this atom is smaller and this is bigger. So this can easily gain electrons and it will be difficult for sulfur to gain electrons. While moving across, if we are talking about phosphorus and we are talking about chlorine, then as we move across, the size of chlorine will be smaller compared to phosphorus. So chlorine can easily gain electrons compared to fluorine. Across, the property of taking electrons, which is a non-metallic property, is going to increase.